India's neighbour state, Pakistan, is gearing up for elections. The streets are flooded with campaigners from various parties trying to make a final pitch to the voters. The excitement is palpable, and why not? It is just the second time in the history of Pakistan that a civilian government has completed its full term. It's incredible. Only twice in Pakistan's 70-year history has a government lasted its full term, and this too was not without hiccups. A dramatic change of guard, a massive corruption scandal. The government managed to survive, and only just. But do not be deceived by this glossy veneer of democracy in Pakistan. It's a sham. Terror outfits, which pretty much ran the system in cahoots with the army, are now set to openly run the parliament. Pakistan goes to the polls on the 25th of July, and Hafiz Saeed, the mastermind of the 26/11 Mumbai attack, is emerging as the protagonist, the main player. His internationally banned terror outfit, the Jamaat-ud-Dawa, is fielding candidates for the provincial and assembly elections in Pakistan. Not one, not two, but a whopping 265 candidates. And all of these candidates, mind you, all 265 of them have got the approval of the country's political watchdog, the Election Commission of Pakistan, which has cleared the nomination papers of these candidates. 80 for the National Assembly, 185 for provincial assembly seats. Months after the election panel refused to recognize the political offshoot of the Jamaat-ud-Dawa, the Milli Muslim League, Hafiz Saeed devised a backdoor entry. He is now fielding his aides via a defunct political entity, an organization called the Allah-U-Akbar Tehreek, the AAT. So who are the star candidates of this party? Is Hafiz Saeed contesting himself? He isn't. But his son is. Saeed is making his political debut this summer. He will be contesting the polls from Sargodha, his ancestral town, which is some 200 kilometers from Lahore. He filed his papers last Monday. He's been given the go-ahead by the returning officer of that district. His name finds a mention in the list of global terrorists prepared by the United States in 2012. This is Hafiz Saeed's son. The US Treasury website says that Saeed has headed the Lashkar-e-Toiba's Teachers Department. He's also worked on the group's media operations. He works on propaganda and indoctrination programs. He's also accused of setting up a Lashkar front meant to pay journalists to publish stories that show the Jamaat in a positive light. This man may well be sitting in the Pakistan Parliament, the National Assembly, in a few weeks from now. Another star candidate is Hafiz Saeed's son-in-law. His name is Khalid Walid. The 44-year-old graduate from the University of Punjab in Pakistan is suspected to be the mastermind behind the Pampore attack 2 years ago, an attack that claimed the lives of 8 Indian CRPF Jawans. This entry of Hafiz Saeed's party is part of a military plan to mainstream terror outfits, but they must keep up the farce of democracy, of an election. So while Saeed has been allowed to bypass rules and register for elections, the traditional political players are being targeted. Former Prime Minister of Pakistan, Nawaz Sharif, has been banned from contesting elections for life. The ruling was, in fact, a major blow to Sharif. He was ousted from office over graft allegations last year. His political obituary has almost been written, but his supporters still hope for a miracle.
I think it's not a big blow at all. We are used to these verdicts. We have heard these verdicts in 80s, 99, and also now in a third verdict about it. So I think this also is a testimony and will also open up a new era for Nawaz Sharif.
Then there's the cricketer turned politician Imran Khan, who entered active politics more than 2 decades ago. 10 years and many stunts later, his party is yet to make a big bang. He claims to be the country's anti-corruption crusader, but there's little to suggest that his party has gained any currency. He's optimistic nonetheless.
In all 4 provinces, it's not going to be its last chance. But I believe that it is our best chance. I mean, we now, for the first time, will be going to elections prepared.
His chances, though, have been marred by his weddings, making more headlines than his rallies. Charges by ex-wives and extramarital affair threatening to cast a shadow on his image in conservative Pakistan. He also had a narrow save from being disqualified after Pakistan's Supreme Court acquitted him in a foreign funding case. The chairman of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf also faces investigation for illegally using a state helicopter. Another former president is also neck-deep in trouble. Asif Ali Zardari is facing investigation in a disproportionate assets case. He's also been under scrutiny for his lavish lifestyle. He owns 6 bulletproof luxury vehicles, thousands of acres of agricultural land, property in Dubai, and has reportedly spent millions of rupees on his passion for arms, horses, livestock. Most of it declared by the man himself in his election papers. Election, we know, is no easy business, and in today's time, it's a game of money and muscle power. We all know the power that Hafiz Saeed wields. But where is the money coming from? Our next report finds out.
There is one man in Pakistan who leads a charmed life despite being designated a global terrorist by the United States. And despite a reward of $10 million declared for his capture. He's responsible for one of the world's worst terror attacks, the strike by a 10-man squad on Mumbai in November 2008, resulting in the deaths of more than 160 people. The man is Hafiz Saeed, who runs the Jamaat-ud-Dawa, and he could well be the new face of politics in Pakistan. As he prepares his master plan to populate Pakistan's National Assembly with his aides, one wonders who's funding his terror outfit and what is the meaning of democracy in Pakistan. The outfit has enjoyed support of the Pakistani dispensation, at least till the time American sanctions came down hard. Pakistan's Punjab province gave the organization $1 million in 2010, 2 years after the front was added to the UN sanctions list. The dreaded terrorist has operated under another identity too, a facade of humanitarian efforts. Saeed is believed to fund over 200 schools which offer free education to orphans and underprivileged sections of the society. It has built hospitals across the nation with a fleet of ambulances and most with state-of-the-art infrastructure, and has also helped lay out water storage programs in water-deficient areas. This eyewash seems to be working well for the people of Pakistan. Most of the income for his so-called charitable outfits come from donations from the common people across the length and breadth of the country. And his operations are only booming. Even in the face of global crackdown, the Murid-ke headquarters of the Jamaat-ud-Dawa reportedly witnesses over 500 visitors a day and houses over 2,000 students and employees. A terrorist in the disguise of a preacher, a terror outfit masquerading as a humanitarian agency, and a government that is blind to it all. Allowing the world's most dreaded militant organization to carry on unabated. Bureau Report, WION.